The smothered checkmate is one of the most beautiful tactics in chess. It occurs when a lone knight gallops into the enemy position and checkmates a king surrounded by his entire army. Of course, these checkmates are really rare, so it is a very special gem to see one right out of the opening. In this video, we'll get to see the top 3 best smothered mate opening traps. The first one is for black, and it is after d4, knight f6, c4, you can play e5, the Budapest gambit. White can take, knight to g4 attacks the pawn, so white defends the pawn. I know, very complicated. Knight goes to c6, attacking it again. White defends it again. Now we play a very important bishop to b4, so that we can get an extra piece into the attack, so that we can castle faster, so that we can get our other pieces faster. So, white might play knight to d2. Then we go queen to e7, and it might seem that after a3, our bishop must move. No, we take this pawn, because if they take the bishop, you guessed it, it's a smothered check and mate. But they might be able to... What if they just take the knight? Then you can take it with the other knight and keep on threatening the same smothered checkmate. But what if they take here? Then when you take back, they take, and they're up a piece. No. You take on d2 first. Zwischenzug, again. They take, and queen takes c5. And white is slightly better in this position, but black does have some aggressive ideas, like rook lifting, like playing h5 potentially. So I'd recommend the Budapest gambit if you want to surprise your opponents and get a fun and aggressive position. The next trap is a simple trap. e4, c6. White puts both knights out against the Caro-Kann. Black may take on e4, captures. And regardless of whether black plays knight f6 or knight d7, you're going to play the same move. For example, after knight f6, queen to e2. And hold on, what is going on? Huh? Moving out the queen so early in the game and blocking the bishop? Black does not want to take and activate the queen, he may think. So knight d7 might be played. This is checkmate. The same style checkmate. Queen on e7, pawn pinned. Yes, the same style checkmate. If we can look at the previous example, we will see knight on the d file, queen on the e file, e pawn is pinned, c pawn is moved, and knight on d2. Patterns do repeat. So, this can also be done after c6, d4, d5, knight c3, takes, but it's not so effective against knight f6. Against knight d7, you can play queen e2 and try to go for this trick. Our third trap occurs after e4, e5, and f4, a king's gambit. Yes, a king's gambit. One of the most aggressive openings in chess. We have a king's gambit accepted. Knight goes to f3, preventing queen h4 with check. g5 intends to kick that knight, so we play knight to c3, which seems like it just completely allows g4, which it does, and then the knight goes to e5. But it seems like that just completely allows queen h4. It seems like black has a humongous attack. But white can play g3, which after it takes, white can take on g4, allowing g2. And black can be just up a rook. But black is losing in this position due to queen h5. Say black tries to Say black tries to, make a defense with bishop e7. And after knight f7, knight to f6, trying to kick the queen away. Here we have a very common smothered mate tactic sequence. Knight d6 double check. The king goes to d8, because if the king went to f8, it would have been immediate checkmate. So the king goes here, and then classic, we sacrifice the queen on e8, and if he takes with the knight, it's checkmate, and same as if he took with the rook. Well, there you have it, the top 3 best smothered bait opening traps in chess. I hope this video will get you some very nice games. And you'll definitely be able to say to your friends that I got a smothered mate.